The session for the year 2024 begins with the Guard of Honor for the Governor, and this is what's happening over here. The Chief Minister and other ministers, cabinet ministers are over here to welcome Governor R N Ravi. This is a very important session because last year, the same time, a kind of a speech that was supposed to be given by the Governor, a few portions of that particular speech claiming that he could not say that, and however, he also included certain parts of it. This turned out to be an extremely controversial because keeping R N Ravi on the floor, Chief Minister M.K. Stalin gave a speech requesting the Speaker Appavu to remove the parts which was not included by the state, approved by the state government, and that turned out to be an issue as Governor Ravi walked out of the stage. Now you see that is Governor R N Ravi, who's over here, and he's taking the Guard of Honor from the Tamil Nadu police, and post which he would go inside on 2024. This is a very important session. Go for 3 days, post which that was Governor Ravi, who has received the Guard of Honor in Assembly, and now he will enter, and it is also being expected what he is going to speak. Will that turn out to be controversial like last year, or will he go ahead and say the speech that has been approved by the state government? That is something everybody is waiting to watch, and this is going to go for 3 days for the day, and on 19th the sessions Tamil Nadu Assembly will be tabled by Minister Thangam Tenarsu, the Finance Minister of the state.
My repeated request and advice to show due respect to the national anthem and play it at the beginning and end of the address has been ignored. This address has numerous passages with which I convincingly disagree on factual and moral grounds. I lending my voice to them would constitute constitutional travesty. Hence, with respect to the House, I conclude my address, wish this House a productive and healthy discussion for the good of the people. Valga Tamil Nadu, Valga Bharatam.
நீங்கள் சவார்கர் வழியில் வந்தவர்களுக்கும் கோட்சே வழியில் வந்தவர்களுக்கும் சற்றும் குறைந்தவர்கள் அல்ல. தீர்மானத்தை நிறைவேற்றிட்டு ஜனகணமன என்னதான் பாடுவோம்.
தற்போது இந்த ஆண்டிற்கான முதல் கூட்டத்தொடரின் தொடக்கமாக
I think Honorable Governor shouldn't have done this today. It is pretty like, he's supporting the union government for unwanted reason, but naturally Tamilians are being hurted by his ideas.
As far as we are concerned, it is not the democratic way the assembly is functioning now.
The Speaker said that if the Governor can go ahead and say that there's a parts of the speech he does not agree, he can also go ahead and say a question about how come the PM Care funds, which he calls as unquestionable, why couldn't 50,000 crores been taken from it? Is this a kind of like a jibe for what the Governor has done, or how do you see this?
See, if all those things that could be raised outside the assembly, there are many ways to raise all those issues, and we are also answer for it. We have the central government through the ministers or from the party side, we are answering for it. But it is not the place, the assembly, to refer about all those things.
You also say that you're no lesser than the descendants of Savarkar and Godse. How does BJP react to this?
Why they are imagining so many things?
Governor came to the assembly. He was there till the end of the speaker's speech. Finally, he walked out from the assembly without any notice. We have received him with warm welcome. There is So he has been welcomed by us warmly. But at the same time, without any, to our surprise, he has walked out from the assembly.
Sir, did you get the approval from the governor before the speech was printed?
The speech was sent to the governor for his approval. He has studied and read the entire papers. So everything he knows. That what we have mentioned in the governor's address, he knows everything. In southern states only, the governor's activities are like this. Other states, there is no such activities. Even in Kerala, the governor has read only 2 sentences. Here, he has not read a single sentence. Instead of that, he has spoken his voluntary speech only. He has acted on the advice of the somebody, because it is not his own act. Somebody means somebody.
And that's the governor who sat inside the assembly as his speech, which he refused to read, saying that it will turn out into a constitutional travesty, was read by the speaker, Appavu, and he sat for nearly almost 50 minutes as the speech was read by the speaker, Appavu, and he is leaving currently from the state assembly. For the second time, it has turned kind of a travesty in Tamil Nadu assembly. Last year, Governor Ravi went ahead and said, added a few parts, negated a few parts. That turned out to be a huge issue inside the state assembly. And this time, he completely disagreed to read it. He said that his request to play the national anthem in the beginning and end of his speech was denied, and that there are certain parts of the speech which he does not agree morally and factually, and that's the reason he has refused to go ahead and read the speech, and now the governor has left the assembly. Raghavan, Pramod Madhav for India Today.